Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video, we are actually going to be finishing up Fairy Core, and we're going to be getting a new villager, which I'm really excited about. I kind of kept it a secret, but yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys who I picked. And yeah, starting off, all I have to do is link up these areas with the bridge, and also resident services, and our little, like, I don't even know what you call it, like our little cave thing that we made last episode. So yeah, all I had to do was really focus on that and kind of bringing everything together. This has been a crazy build. I'm really happy with Fairy Core. But yeah, it's kind of sad that we're finishing up. I feel like I did this really quickly. But yeah, over here, I just needed to kind of like close off our lake build. I said I was going to do this forever ago. Now I'm finally getting to it, which is kind of embarrassing, but yeah, better late than never, I guess. Over here, just adding some trees to kind of cage it off, I guess, and also a giant vine. I kind of made it a little bit off center just to add some interest over here. And over here, I just wanted to add a little like little ends over here. I added a little cruppy frog. Just because it's cute, and I wanted to add those just because I really never get to use them. And over here, just some more pathing around to help fill in around the lake. I didn't know what I really wanted to put over here. I just knew that it needed to be covered, so what better thing to do than to add pathing. So I did that, and just filled in this area with some moss and another little like lily pad. I wanted to add a lot of different like balloons and stuff. I really like that, and I think it adds to the lake. So like if you look at the bottom of the channel, you can see it going up, and I don't know, I think it looks good. And just a vine over there to give it some more height. And I added a little tree right here to kind of make it like you're channeling yourself into like the bridge to cut off this area. I think it looks cool. I don't know. I added a vine right here too. You won't ever be able to see this, but I just left it there. And now I wanted to create just like a little path right here, so I know where like the resident services is. It will be centered, but it looks kind of off centered, but I'll make it centered. And now where I'm so close to the other quad, I had to be careful kind of what I did. I didn't want to put too much there. Maybe when we start our other quad, I'll kind of add a little bit more, because it's a secret right now, so I don't want to add too much. So yeah, filled in just like a little like a lily pad like blob right there. But I did end up making it centered. Actually, yeah, it worked out pretty well. The ruined arches are amazing. I'm really glad I ended up using those instead of the party light arch. I use those so much, and I never get to use the ruined stuff. So I was really excited that I actually used those in Fairy Core. And I wanted to add kind of like, I don't know, like I want to connect all my pathing together. I just think it looks a lot cleaner. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a sucker for punishment because adding all these paths is a little bit challenging, especially when you get into like the 9-path stuff. It can be a little bit daunting, but I promise you, if you stick with it, it's really not too bad. I have used pathing that are like, they have to be like at least like 18, like double the 9-path. I mean, it can get really intricate really fast, but I feel like this worked out really well. And plus, like this snake path, I feel like it gathers so much interest, and I don't know, I think it looks really clean and cool. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I covered everything. So lily pads everywhere. This is gonna be like the first entrance to Fairy Core, so I wanted to make sure I made it look perfect and added little bits of everything that I could, just to kind of sum up what you're going to see. I can't wait for people to actually tour this island and haven't seen my videos, because I think it's going to come to like a real shock, just because so much time and effort has went into this. And I don't know, I just think it looks really cool, especially everything finally coming together, because at first it was rough. It really was, but I don't know, seeing everything come together is really, I don't know, it's satisfying. And I don't know, it makes you feel better to know that I don't know, it's all coming together and it actually looks good. But yeah, over here, I wanted to add a little cave. I feel like that was really cool. It could be like a little bear cave or something, I don't know. Just over here, and plus it takes up a big chunk of this like kind of weird spot that I'm working with, and I don't know, I think it looks cool, and it breaks up all the trees and the vines and stuff, gives you something else to look at. And now for the pathing over here, again, I wanted to kind of connect everything, and trying to get that to work was a little awkward, but I could already see what I was doing wrong, so it wasn't really that bad to kind of link up things. All I had to do was place down like a solid path right there, and then everything was kind of linked up. I wanted to keep it separate, just from like the resident services like little portion right there. I don't know, I just did, and I think it looked cool, so I left it. And now to get some more height, I just added all kinds of trees right there, and the typical moss, just to have it glowing even more at night. I did stick away from, like I said, like that path line. I can only go one space over it, so I didn't want to go too far. And while I was recording this, Sid wanted to leave, and now it's time to actually do our villager, which I'm really excited about. It's Italy. I don't even know how to say her name, but she is cute as could be. Someone recommended this way before, like during the first video, and I looked at all the amiibo villagers and stuff, and she was cute as could be. I actually, during this, I went out and I got the Senryu cards. Unfortunately, I already had them, but kind of forgot I had them. So yeah, I went out and bought another pack and opened it, and yeah. So I can't return those, but who cares? I now have doubles, but she is so stinking cute. I was really happy that I got her. I have actually never used one of the Senryu villagers. Unfortunately, I regret it because she is so stinking cute. She calls me Fuzzy. I don't even know why, but I'll take that. I mean, that's better than a lot of the other names I've been called. She is so cute. I'm really glad that I did get her. I really wish they made this easier. You had to get them on your campsite 3 times and make these random like items. But I mean, I guess it's better than going like 1,000 tickets dry for a simple villager. But yeah. So thank you for whoever commented that in my first video. I did acknowledge it, and I'm really glad I went with her. And I really think that her house is going to be really fitting. So yeah, let's go ahead and time travel to the next day. I did end up having to move Zell's house, unfortunately, but it's okay. Finally moved him out of the way. I only have 2 more villagers to look for now. I'm really excited about that. And now we can actually move everyone's houses over. So I went ahead and moved Robert right over. He is so cute. I'm glad I got him too. And you can kind of see her house right there. I really love how it looks. Also, I wanted to redecorate, kind of like spice up this area a little bit more. Let's go ahead and check her out. She is so stinking cute. I'm so glad I got her. Look at her little eyes. I don't know. She's cute. I'm glad I got her. And now all I have to do now is kind of fix up the pathing over here a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to change up some things. I feel like I could have done a little bit better, so I wanted to give you guys better. So I went ahead and changed up some things over here. When I moved everything, it actually took away one of my trees, and I didn't notice it at first. I was like, man, this looks a little bit weird. So yeah, I did end up noticing it later on. But yeah, I added one of her little star things you can get when you amiibo card Senryu villager in. You can get their items. So I added a little pink star and another Nova Light over there, and I added some purple star frags over by her house. I think it looks really cute. And with Frobert, I did the same thing. I added a green Nova Light and then some green star frags. I don't know. I think it gives them a little bit more character, and it's cute. And I don't know. I think it'll look really cool at night. So I wanted to add that. And I think you guys would appreciate that. And here's the tree that I figured out that was missing. But yeah, I think it's a cute little touch, and I don't know, I like it. And over here, I added a little baby tree just to kind of cover it up a little bit more. And now that we got our villager, we can finish up building over here. Just really finishing up things now. I needed to add just like little odds and ends to cover up the area a little bit more. Didn't really need anything too special. Just like these like really random spots I needed to fill in. I wanted to add a gyroid, I know that much. But everything else was kind of just random. Suspicious cauldron, I really like those. I've actually used it 3 times, but I really love them. Again, I never get to use them in my main island. My favorite villager is Lucky, and he has one by his house, by his photo. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cute. I really like how that looked. And now for this back area, I just need to add just a little bit more items just to cover it up some more. And right over here, I added a stole. You will never be able to see these things, but I just added it anyways. Yeah, and right here, I added a little butterfly model. And now I just need to add some of my star frags around just to cover up the area some more. I'm really glad I used star frags because it's a really good filler item and it looks amazing at night. And now that we're done, let's go ahead and do our final walkthrough. And that wraps up today's video and the final episode of Fairy Core. On our next video, we will be doing a little tour of this area, and I'm really excited to show you guys everything at night because that's when it ironically glows. It looks the best at nighttime. But yeah, next episode we'll be announcing our new theme and our final theme in the 4-in-1 challenge. If you guys don't want to miss out, don't forget to subscribe. And I also want to thank everyone for everyone's amazing support. I really do appreciate it. It makes my day. But yeah, until next time.